welcome back to K Talk. I'm your host, Mel.
And I'm Uma. On today's episode, we are talking about the Haunted Palace. The Haunted Palace revolves around a Joseon palace where vengeful ghosts and evil spirits are seeking revenge on the royal family.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It is a lot. I didn't know what I was going to expect, honestly.
Yeah.
I knew it was all ghosty and,
No,
but
to be honest, as soon as I heard it was a historical and a
Ghost?
fantasy, I was like, I am sad because I love that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's your bag.
The Haunted Palace stars Bona, who plays Yaori, Yook Sung-jae, who plays Yoon, and Kim Ji-hoon, who plays King Lee Sung. Yeah.
I love Kim Ji-hoon. But the funny thing is, I think he does it more for me when he's playing a hot psycho.
This is the first time seeing him in a drama, to be honest. But can we just say the male casting is so on point? They are so fine.
You're like, hey, as long as they're good looking, even better for me.
Even evil Gangchul, the original one, was kind of fine.
He is kind of hot.
He is.
Very tall.
He is.
I know. But I do love Yoon.
I do too.
Even though now he's Gangchul.
But I love Gangchul's personality.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Because the original Yoon looked like he was kind of just like a nerd.
Yeah.
Very, very sweet. He doesn't look like he would be as mischievous as like the spirit, the deity,
definitely.
Whatever Gangchul is. At times I'm like, okay,
Gangchul
so
keeps you on your toes.
He does. So Haunted Palace, obviously, I think we're getting ahead of ourselves. Okay, so Yuri is the granddaughter of this shaman that very early on gets killed off.
Yes.
So she's had a very hard life because I think they don't really say much about her family.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to her mom and dad.
Right. I feel like her grandma was raising her.
Yeah.
Maybe her parents had like died. That's what I'm thinking. And
When she was
like,
very young.
And she has like no siblings. But so it's just her and her grandma. Her grandma was kind of like training her and teaching her about, because I feel like they're just like a family,
of shamans.
Right? So her grandma unfortunately like dies early on, and the whole village kind of turns against Yuri. And anything bad that happens, they think it's because Gangchul has attached himself to Yuri. So famine, like, a torrential rain, whatever, like natural disasters, whatever bad thing happens to the village, they kind of blame Yuri. And there's even this one scene where I'm like, okay, that was a bit harsh, where she looked like she was like 13 or something, and they were all the ladies of the village were like stomping her
on
out.
her. I know.
I was
like, how could she control this evil deity or whatever is around her, and he wants her, but like, what could she do about that?
And then it took like Yoon, a young Yoon, to be like, what's wrong with you guys? As if like bad things never happened to us and this village before Gangchul kind of attached himself to Yuri, because he couldn't accept. Do we think it's okay? Now I'm all over the place. Do we think the kid that spots the dragon as it was ascending in the beginning?
Yeah.
Is that Yuri, or was that a boy? I can't remember.
I don't know if it was a boy or girl. Yeah.
Either way, because Yuri is so pure and she has that shaman blood, I guess, or that insight. Gangchul needs to possess her body in order to ascend to the heavens.
Yeah.
So Yoon knows that there's this deity that's attached to Yuri, but he's the one that stands up for her in the village and says, what's wrong with you guys? Like, basically like, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Yeah. These are all grown women who are stomping out a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that was messed up. But early on, we see that Yoon is always there. They're besties. Always there. He's loved her from day one.
Yeah, even when other people just kind of like exclude her from things, he's the one that's always there for her. Like he had a crush on her.
He did. It's giving Guanxik.
Yeah.
Like how in Tangerines, from a very young age, he was her protector, Aisin's protector. So that's Yoon. And then we don't really see much of him or his story, because it's just mainly in like flashbacks, and then we kind of see them grown up.
Yeah.
And he works for the king now.
Yes.
As an archivist.
Yes.
Right? And he knows. So the issue with the palace is their eldest son is possessed. He's sick. They don't know he's possessed, but I think Yoon has an idea of what this is, because they've tried all the medicines, right? They've tried all the things.
Yeah.
So he goes back to get Yuri, but kind of misleading, because he tells her I just want you to make some glasses for the king.
Okay, so how do we feel about that? I feel like he didn't have to lie.
He did not.
He did not have to lie. I feel like because, you know, they grew up together and he always looked out for her. I feel like if he was honest with her, she would still help him out.
Right?
You know
if
what I
he
mean?
just kept it real and said, you know what, like, I know you don't like to
do this.
practice.
Yeah.
And also we find out, like, that shit's been outlawed.
Yes.
Shamans and the whole...
In the capital.
In the capital.
Yeah.
Right. Is it? Or
yeah,
not
yeah, just
the
in
rest
the capital.
Of the country?
No, just in the capital.
I thought it was like a nationwide law. Yeah. But she doesn't want to practice that. That's how she lost her grandma. That's how she was ostracized in the village.
Yeah.
So I understand that we kind of get the idea that she hasn't been practicing. She lives as like a trades person. She makes glasses. Good to go. So you're right. If he would have went to her and truthfully said, look, this kid is sick. We don't know what it is. I really think he's possessed by an evil spirit and you're the only person because he's about to die.
Yeah, and you're the only person I
think
trust.
She would have went with him.
I think she would because, like I said, he's always looked out for her, and I feel like a part of her feels like I owe him, right?
Exactly.
So I feel like she would have did it for him.
So that was kind of,
yeah.
And before he has to deal with the consequences of lying to her, he unfortunately gets killed.
Yeah, I was really shocked about that. I was like, damn, you're already gone. like,
gotta go.
We just met you.
I didn't know exactly from the synopsis. You know what?
No, seriously.
I think you're like, no, the cutie can't die.
Literally, I did not know the cutie was going to continue.
I think a part of me was like, hell no, I just met him. Yeah. I need him to
He's
stay.
Fine. Like, where are you going? But yeah. So I was kind of happy when he took over his body.
Okay, so then in a twist of events that I did not see coming, Gangchul now just swoops into Yoon-gap's body.
Yeah.
Okay. And does he tell her right away? I forget.
I don't remember.
I think she picks up really quickly because, she does. Because he's in the body. He goes back to Yuri. And before he can say anything, we see the spirit. We see the ghost of Yoon-gap, like wandering about, confused as hell as to why he's seeing himself.
And she thinks Gangchul killed him.
Exactly. And he kind of lets her believe that. Well, he tells her actually he denies it right away. He denies it right off the bat. But she doesn't believe him. Yeah. Because now we understand towards the end of episode 8 that he also told her, like, I killed your grandma as well. Because I think he was trying to scare her into letting him possess her body so he can, go back home or wherever the hell he came from. So to try and make himself feel more scary to her, he was like, yeah, look what I did to your grandma, play ball, or I'm going to keep bad things are going to keep happening to you because of me. Yeah. But so now, like, Yoon-gap's been dead. And what I was going to say is he died before she could find out the truth of what he was up to. But Gangchul has always known. Yeah. He's not telling you the truth. He didn't want to go there because he knew the evil spirit that's in the palace.
Exactly. Yeah.
So now where are we at? She goes back to the capital. She's like, I got to go to the palace. Yeah. I got to go get his spirit. I got to make things right because she has the bright idea of...
First of all, can she even do that? Take his spirit and put it back in the body? I didn't even know.
Well, I mean, he's dead. But I feel like the thinking here is if Gangchul, a spirit, can possess the body, that means he's kept the body alive.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like rotting away or whatever. So she's thinking, why not just snatch Yoon-gap's like soul back into his original body?
And apparently Yoon-gap's soul right now is like the colossal shadow is So first she's trying to locate him, and then so she can do this whole
the first time that we get a visual of that thing, I was like, God
that was
damn,
scary as hell.
He snatched him by his neck and
literally
just dragged him. I said, this is some scary shit. Like, no, I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting the evil spirit to be that huge. Apparently it's not even CGI. I saw it behind the scenes.
It's an like actual person?
A person that they actually like dressed up. And I'm like, is he really actually 8 feet tall?
Or is it just the camera?
That's not CGI. Like, that's a lot of makeup. That's a real person.
No, of course it's a real person, obviously. But I'm saying the size of him, I don't think it was real.
I don't know. But I was just like, I thought he was straight, like just, they put him in there. But anyways, I digress. My bad.
He's scary.
He's scary as hell.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. Okay, yeah. So I don't know. It felt like a lot of things were happening, but
No, but I love this show. That's what I love about it. Like every episode, it's like it's so interesting.
I know.
And I literally cannot wait for the next episode. I'm like, I knew it was gonna be good, but I didn't think it was gonna be this good, to be honest. Like,
yeah. And honestly, with everything that's been coming out lately, it is the best so far.
It is.
Because none of the other shows, like,
yeah.
were getting us. So,
But can I just say, I love Genchul. I love his personality. Like at first you think he's just oh my god, this evil deity, whatever. But he actually has a personality. Like
really
he's really
does.
funny. He's goofy. It's just so funny just seeing him like
Be in the human body.
Yeah, eat food for the first time, and he's just like obsessed with it. And it's just I just love how he even he is acting a fool in his body when it comes to the king. It is so hilarious, like the way
he
he's
has no respect.
no respect, and all his people are just looking at him like, is this guy insane?
Is he for real?
But the king at the same time is kind of amused by it.
He was, and he was like, I'm gonna allow this because apparently you lost your memory and it's changed your entire personality.
That was in the beginning before he finds out.
But then he does clock that there's a spirit inside of him, and this is not Yook at all. So his patience is running thin. Like, but I like the fact that Yook, like Gangchul, I'm just gonna call him Gangchul. Because
yeah, it is.
whatever.
That's who it is.
So Gangchul, first of all, discovering the 5 senses, I thought that was hilarious. The food, the taste, and he was like, these lowly humans don't deserve this. Like, what the hell? Like, he's just been a little imugi or whatever, however it's pronounced, but just living his life not knowing any of these, like,
things,
human things. And I love the way he fluffs off people. The way when he met Yoonggap's mom for the first time, and he's like, get this woman off of me. Like,
the way he just, like, she fell asleep on him, and the way he just...
Did you see the way he flung?
He just tossed her and then threw the blanket over her, like, get away from me.
Get out of my face. He's like, where's breakfast? And then the way he tells her, he's like, oh, you're using cheap ingredients, but you're really good at cooking. Make me some more pancakes. Like, he is just out of control.
Do you think his mom knows it's not him? I think
no.
I think a mom knows her child.
Listen,
like his personality alone is so different. Like, she thinks, oh, it's a memory loss, but memory loss is not going to change your personality to this extent. You know what I mean?
No, but I also think, like, there's this part where they have this interaction in the morning where he's pretty much, like, arguing with her. And when he walks away, she says something along the lines of, like, oh, my God, we should have always been fighting and arguing like this and getting closer. I feel like Yoonggap's personality was reserved, and he wasn't, like, an extrovert. Like, I feel like he maybe never talked back to his mom. He's always just been studious and a very serious person. Where she's loving this crazy, even though it's Gangchul, she thinks it's her son, and because he had a near-death experience, she's just grateful he's alive. Because remember, Yuri's grandma told her that this kid is not going to pass 30. So she's so relieved. Technically, that did come true. He did die.
It did, yeah.
But I think she's so relieved that he's still with her. She doesn't care for all his shenanigans. Like, she doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, she's like, I'm just glad you're here with me.
Exactly, forcing that medicine down his throat. Like, he is just...
But then you also start seeing Genchul, like, that scene was so cute when he finds out that she sold one of her expensive hairpins to get the medicine, and he drank it all.
I know.
That was
reluctantly.
Very, like, I don't look at Genchul acting like a human. Like, he's so cute.
The longer he's in a human body, I think the more he's really becoming connected to people, and he's dealing with emotions, because the only time he wants to acknowledge the humanness of himself now is he thinks it's Yoonggap's body that's to blame. So in the beginning, when he starts developing feelings for Yuri, before he accepts that he's developing feelings for Yuri, he's like, oh, look at this weak heart that's thumping every time she comes near. He's so, like, enamored with, like, the warmth of her touch, but he keeps chalking all of that up to, it's him. I'm being betrayed. I'm feeling these things because he already had feelings because he already liked Yoonggap. But I was like, no, I think you're starting to.
No, but how hilarious was the part when, first of all, he caressed Yuri's lip. Like, I was like, okay. And then
he had to test it.
He wanted to test it. So he went and caressed that noble girl's lip, and he's like, nope, it's not the same. Get out of here. Like, he literally tossed her aside.
And it was forcefully too. It wasn't a tender touch. It wasn't a tender moment. The way she was like, oh my God, she loves him, right?
Yeah,
she was melting on the spot. And the way he's just roughly, he was like, all right, I'm looking at her. I feel nothing. He's like, let me touch the lip. I feel nothing. But it was so forceful. She's just giving her lips up to him.
Oh my God, he finally likes me too.
And I love her maid who keeps it real. Yeah. Her maid's like, what do you mean? He pushed you aside. She's like, no, he's going to come back later. She's like, he didn't do that. This man does not like you.
Literally, even like the first thing, she's like, I don't know why you like him. He's pretty much a bum. Like, this guy's a loser. He's like, because Yoon Gap is like, from a lowly family. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't get it. Like, this can never happen.
Exactly. Like, I don't really see where the interest is coming from. Like, he is not for you.
The way he caressed her lip, he's like, yeah, this is not working for me. It's not
but every time he discovers something new, I'm here for his personality. Yeah. Like, every time.
No, I love it. Like, and you can see that now he's warming up to Yuri. Like, Yuri's starting to catch feelings for him too. Like,
yes, and that's why he was smiling when Yuri was like, listen, okay, yes, I feel flutters and I feel something whenever I'm around you, but you have to understand, like, it's your face, it's your voice, it's Yoon Gap, it's not you. Don't get it twisted.
No, it's not, because let's be real, she doesn't know grown Yoon Gap. She remembers him. She remembers him as a child. So this personality is what you're being attracted to as well.
And I think she's starting to realize that, because when that water spirit, when they're fighting off that water spirit, and she gets cursed, and then she wakes up and she finds out, like, what's that guy? The eunuch, the chief eunuch, tells her, oh, the king and Gangchul went to go fight the water spirit, and she was like, oh my God. Gangchul, like, she doesn't say Yoon Gap anymore. Like, it's actually him that she
cares about. Yeah.
So she runs off. They end up finding that evil water spirit, but it's fine. Yeah. Can we talk about the chief eunuch for a sec?
He's hilarious.
Why is his voice so high pitched?
I don't know, but
I was like, sir, I know you don't have any balls, but why is your voice so goddamn high?
I don't know, but he's so hilarious because he's scared shitless of Gangchul, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I hate his guts. Like,
I love the way that he silences them with a look. Yeah. They're like shaking in their boots every time he comes around. Even the guy who's in the tailor shop, the king's...
Oh, that one, yeah.
The head guy who I was like, I don't know where she'd be running off to all the time, or I don't know where she is. He's so deathly scared of
and he's like, I don't understand why he's always around. Like, he's like...
Basically, he was like, they're always following each other, and I don't like it. Yeah. But he has all of them shook all the time.
You know what I really appreciate and I really love? The king and queen's relationship. I haven't seen a king and queen that actually love each other.
He is so warm. Yeah. So loving. He's such a good king.
He is.
He's a good father. He's a good husband. Yeah. The way that scene where everybody was like, he doesn't care about the king persona and keeping your emotions in check. Because when they defeat the water spirit dude, he runs because she finally wakes up, right? Yeah. He runs to her and kind of like just drops to his knees and like gives her a big hug.
Breaks down.
And all the staff is like, oh, okay,
time for us to go.
I don't know where to look. This is way too intimate for us to be like witnessing. I'm just like,
I love it though. Like, you rarely see that. Not a concubine in sight. Right? Like, he literally loves his wife.
That's not where the story is going for. Because I was like, when was the last time I saw a king that did not have a gang of concubines?
No, forget even the concubines. The way he treats her, and you can genuinely see that they love each other, and that was just very rare. And I love seeing that.
They really do. Yeah. This is one of the things I love about historicals is the Chona.
Yeah.
It does something. It just it just scratches my brain in the best way. Yeah. And I love the way they say Queen Mama over like Devi Mama or however they say it, right? Yeah. But I was like, Queen Mothers are always such bitches.
Oh my God, I hate her guts.
They're always such bitches.
I hate her guts. What I don't understand is like, okay, you were once married to the last king that passed away.
Yes. But she's a second wife.
She's a second wife, yes.
Okay. So her son was younger than the king.
Yes. So if you know that it goes in order, he is rightfully supposed to be the king. But she hates his care. That's what I'm saying. But
she wants her kid. Her kid to be the king. That's why she's trying to get rid of the eldest son because after the king, it's gonna be his kid. So she's like, if I get rid of my son first, then if he dies, I think if she killed the eldest son, she was gonna move on to the king anyway.
100%.
I don't think she would have been patient enough for the king to live out his natural life, and then her son gets it because he didn't have any
Yeah, and the king is fairly young. He doesn't look old.
Exactly. So I felt like she was starting off with this kid first, maybe weaken him a little bit, and then attack the king as well. But her son was such a bitch ass.
Oh my God. I'm so glad he died.
Right away.
The fact that he literally raped that poor, you know what I mean?
I know. And then had the nerve to go find her family because he's mad that he feels guilty and her spirit is haunting him.
And then goes and beats up her dad.
The nerve of that. Yeah. Of like, how dare you humiliate me? Like, can we forget you started this?
Literally.
The privilege.
Yeah.
The power.
And basically that's what he was saying. It's
such an asshole.
Like, I could do this. Why are you making it, like, why is it becoming bigger than what it needs to be?
Exactly.
Kind of
like,
thing.
I'm supposed to behave this way.
Yeah.
But thankfully, his ass is gone. Yeah. Happy about that.
The spirit got him right out of there. I love it.
Can we talk about the waters, like the dead girl?
Yeah.
The dead girl who he killed.
Yeah.
The first water ghost that we see in the well. Can we talk about how she tried to kill Yuri and then they're like chatting like they're besties?
It's like, I need a favor.
She's like, girl, hook me up. She's like, you know what? Do me a solid. I'm going to go deal with this guy for you.
You know what I love about Yuri? It's like she's low-key healing all the spirits.
She really
like, you know what I mean? It's like, even with the other evil one, she's like, what's your problem? Like, I will help you. Is there something I can do?
Fix this.
Yeah, to heal you so you can peacefully just like go away. And she did it with the other one too.
You were wronged. You were probably killed in a horrible way. Yeah. But we can move on from this. And let's not become like a vengeful ghost now to make you purely evil. Like, that's not what we're
gonna do. I want you to rest.
Exactly.
So basically,
what can we do to fix
the girl
this?
in the well, what she wanted was just to get her payback on the Grand Prince. She did that, choked him out a little bit, almost killed him. You know what I mean? And then the other
showed up once in a while.
And then the other water spirit guy, he just like, can you take my remains to my daughter?
Exactly.
And she did that. You know what's crazy? When he was like, can I possess your body real quick?
The way he switched up. That was not the deal.
Like I just want to say a couple words to her. And the fact
it's going to be something really tender.
Yeah.
He's like, I have something to say to my daughter. Like, and he really just starts snapping on her.
No, my thing was like, is Yuri really considering this? Like, why would you trust
I knew she was. She wanted to find out who is behind all of this so bad that I knew for a fact she was going to say yeah. But Gangcho was losing his mind. He's like, I can't even believe you're considering this.
That's what I mean.
What's wrong with you? He's like, do you think this is light? This is not something easy. Yeah. You're going to be super exhausted. Yeah. It's not a walk in the park. Like, why are you even entertaining this?
Yeah, I was
she's
shocked.
Like, shut up.
I was with Gangchol because I was like, and what if he chooses just to stay in your body? Because you can't. He's an evil spirit guy.
I think you can kick him out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think she would have done something if it was like super permanent. But I think like you're able to kick him out, or she was trusting him and you know keeping him like thinking that he was going to keep his word. But he did. He did. Quickly went in there, yelled at his daughter a little bit. Yeah. Met his grandchild. And he moved on.
It was so funny. He's like, "Oh, your boy is so cute." She's like, "It's a daughter."
He's like, "She's a girl."
Yeah. And that's what Gangchul said. He was like, "You mean to tell me he possessed your body just to literally do that to his daughter?"
Yeah, just to scold his daughter for one too.
Yeah.
But even that was, I think, it was a very loving way to be like, "You shouldn't have done that." Like the dad was mad that she put her life. So now we know that he died trying to save his daughter, right? Yeah. And she was like, "Well, you would have gotten mad at me if I had." Cleaned up and did what I was supposed to do. But either way, they get beyond it. I think it's just they love each other so much. And even she wasn't taken aback when her dad was yelling at her. Yeah. She knew what it was.
Because I'm sure she felt that too, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, I love the way she deals with the ghosts.
Yeah, so like Yuri's healing the spirits one spirit at a time. And I love that,
Cleaning everything up. Yeah. But I have to say, like, I never thought she would become friends with the first ghost that tried to kill her. And now I love the little kid ghost. Yeah. That runs around the palace, stealing shoes and stuff.
People are just comfortable with Yuri. It's like, And I think because you're like, I'm not scared of you guys. It's like, what's your problem? What's going on? Let's fix this. Let me help you however I can. And yeah. And she got the information she needed.
She really did. Information that she wasn't even expecting to, like, it just came up so casually. Or she was like, why are you following me around? And he was like, you promised to buy me shoes. Yeah. He was like, and then all of a sudden it was like, this happened. This and this and this. Yeah. And she's like, what? So in that moment she finds out, like, Gangchul really did not kill her grandma. Yes. It's the evil, what is it called? The big shadow.
Colossal shadow.
The colossal one.
Yeah.
That killed her grandma, that was vengeful because she was trying to, like, shut him down. Yeah. My question is it the queen mother that started this nonsense and killed her husband, the king 13 years ago? Because who summoned this spirit to begin with?
Yeah.
Was it?
Oh, yeah. And we
these
find
elders.
And we find out the king was possessed as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the colossal shadow. But I'm saying, did the queen mom do that? Even though that was her husband at the time? Or the blind shaman and this elder guy?
You know, we found the elder guy is his maternal grandfather.
Did I miss that?
Yeah, wow. Look at you missing something for the first time.
Wait.
Yeah. I think like the last scene you see that it's
I saw when he was like beating up the blind guy. First of all, how mean was that to wrap the blind guy in the carpet?
No, but it was hilarious. They're like, let's round up all the blind guys. We got to figure this out. We got to figure this out.
Well, they were figuring that out. That part I understand.
Yeah.
But the elder guy.
Yeah.
Isn't he close to his maternal grandpa?
He is. That's why it's so snaky.
Did I have a brain fart?
I think so. But
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we find out the elder is him.
It's also the guy that.
Why did he look? Sorry. You know who I was getting him confused with? The stupid minister.
Yeah. Yes. The
murderous minister.
Yes. The one that killed.
Yes.
Yes. I think because it's the beard.
It's the silvery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Long
that's
beards.
why I think I just.
Yeah.
It didn't, and we didn't really see the maternal grandpa a lot either.
We only seen him
when he was doing interrogating the maids.
Yes, and also we seen him. Remember? Oh yeah, his other Imugi friend is in town, Bibi. When Bibi was like, "I need to devour some people," and he was about to devour him actually, and that's when Yuri came in and saved. She's like, "No, you can't devour him."
Okay,
you know what I mean?
That's what threw me off because we didn't really see that grandpa a lot.
No, we didn't.
But yeah, in my mind, for some reason, it was the minister.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so
which is crazy because the king is actually close to him and he trusts him.
Of course, it's his grandfather. Why wouldn't you?
I
right?
know.
So yeah, the other Imugi friend, Bibi, random,
hilarious.
like
Bibi looks like he might be a problem though because I don't think he likes the fact that Gangcho likes Yuri.
He doesn't. He's always in the background of that. And he's watching. And that's why he always says, like, it doesn't seem like you're trying to lie to her and stuff like that. He's picking up that he does like her.
And he's saying, like, oh, did you resent telling her that you killed her grandma?
Yeah.
He brought that up too. Yeah. So I don't know why.
And he said, I don't like her. So I think he's going to.
I think he might be a problem down the line.
Yeah, because I need to know what his role is. Clearly, we don't know yet. Why is he here? Whatever. But yeah, I think he will try to harm Yuri.
Okay, and I don't know if I've missed this or not, but do we know if the queen mom knows about the maternal grandpa? Or she just is only on a low level working with the blind shaman? Because I feel like she thinks she's the only person who wants to harm the king and works with the blind shaman, but the blind shaman's like, you're just a means to an end as well. Like, he's just fueling and using her hate, but I don't think she knows who is above.
And I want to know why the maternal grandfather is doing this. This is your whole grandson. Like, what is the problem here, sir? Like, this is your grandson.
And the fact that it's maternal. I expect shenanigans from, like, I don't know, the paternal. Because that's his daughter. So this is your daughter's kid.
Aren't you happy that he's king? Like,
why is he being extra mean?
Best case scenario. Like, I don't know.
So that's going to be interesting to find out because I was like, okay, the queen mom, don't fuck with the king. She hates the entire family. She wants to take him out. We don't know why the maternal grandpa.
Yeah, is after.
Do you think the maternal grandpa, in a weird way, thinks that he can take him out and he'll take the throne?
But that's not even how it works,
That's what I'm saying. Well, now that
maybe because his son is so young, if he takes out the king, you know, they need kind of like a regent thing until he gets of age, maybe, and he would kind of slip in. I don't know.
So do we think it's a maternal?
But then the queen would have become queen regent then, right? If the son is too young.
That's what I'm saying.
I think their plan is to low-key take out the whole family.
I think so too, because the queen mom wouldn't obviously get this spirit to take out her husband at the time.
Yeah.
Right? Knowing that there's a full-grown son and her son's not the eldest. So let me get this right. The maternal grandpa is the first person that initiated this 13 years ago to even take out his son-in-law.
Maybe.
The king.
Yeah.
Right? But why?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
What do you get out of it? Like,
Honestly, to be honest, I haven't even like thought about it that deep. I'm just literally enjoying it as it's going along.
I love it. That's what I mean. It's just so many, and that's what I love about it. It's not just like a very fluffy kind of whatever. There's like so many different pieces, and I really,
and so many different characters, and you're genuinely enjoying the episode and everything that's happening before your mind even goes, well, what is happening? Like I'm just, it's one of those shows for me where I'm just letting it unfold. And
I love it because it literally gives you everything. It's funny. You see a cute little romance there.
Developing.
It's a thriller. It's kind of horror. Like, it's just giving everything. And I
really
freaking love it. Like,
do we think in the end that Gangchul is going to stay in this body, or the original Yoon Gap will come?
I was going to ask you this. If you're Yuri right now and seeing how she's starting to fall for Gangchul.
I would keep Gangchul.
Okay. Can I finish? Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
No questions. Like without a doubt. Because
me too. Because
Gangchul is big fun,
and I'm also thinking like you don't even know Yoon Gap. You don't even know Yoon Gap. So it's like I feel like it's best of both worlds.
And
it's like you get the body,
even just that tiny little part. Like I know that doesn't make him super evil, and he was doing it to save the kid's life. But just that part, the initial thing of knowing how much she means to him, how much he means to her, that he even took. That little lie is what bothers me. Just to get her to the palace. Like, even though we don't know adult Yoon Gap, I don't like that he lied.
Yeah. I
can't get past that.
I feel like that was unnecessary.
It's so meaningless that I'm like, it was not needed.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I don't think maybe he was a good person and he takes care of her, like when she was younger, but he took liberties with her trust. And I don't know. I just can't get over it. And I think he's just a bore.
I think she should continue to look for Yoon Gap's soul, but I want her
to set it free.
Yes, I want her to put the spirit at rest
and help him pass
and have a little conversation. Be like, sir, I liked you, but I just want your spirit to rest now, and I have feelings for Gangchul. You guys,
and we need your body.
Yeah. And I feel like it's the best of both worlds for her. It's like you get the body that you're attracted to, and you get the fun personality.
With the personality.
Yeah.
Right?
And she is falling for Gangchul. So it's like you do like his personality as well. Right?
I know. She needs to tell the spirit him like, sorry, not sorry, but you gotta go. But your body's gonna stay.
She's gonna be put in a very sticky situation.
That's what I'm saying.
Or do you think that Gangchul, because he loves her so much, he's going to sacrifice himself for her to get back Yoon Gap
towards the end? Because because
remember, he really cares about her. Yeah,
those monks told him that it's really going to take everything in you, that little pearl thing that he's got going on.
That's the only way. Yeah,
that to completely defeat the.
And he hasn't told Yuri because he likes her now. He's like, I want to be by her side. I want to stay by her side.
Sacrificing himself, but I feel like. I don't know. I feel like they'll find a way that he doesn't have to completely sacrifice himself, or he is going to do the act. He is going to think that he's, sacrificing himself for her, but I feel like she can nurse him back to health or something, or find like a little spiritual loophole where the pearl is not completely like extinguished.
Or I think he's going to present her with that option is like, hey, I have to come clean. I can actually save him. And I don't think she's going to let him.
Exactly. I don't think he's going to tell her, though, because I think it'll be too late at that point, because she'll have feelings for him, too. So she'll like, that there's no way that this is happening, right? So I think he's going to take it upon himself. I don't think he's ever going to tell her, like I got to give up my life in order to beat this thing.
I think he will. I think the more...
I think he's too selfish. I don't
know, but I feel like the more and more he's falling for her, I think he will let her know. I'm not going to say he's going to do it. And I think she's going to stop him and say, but I can't lose you. I think she's going to say, I can't lose you, though.
Really? So, I think because she'll say that, and because he'll know, he's actually going to go in the opposite direction, that he's not going to tell her and he's just going to sacrifice himself.
Well, he knows right now and he's not telling her. So,
Exactly. I think right now he's not telling her at all, because I don't think he plans to do it. He doesn't even know, like, it's slowly.
But that's what I mean. I'm like, it's just starting. The relationship in his life is just starting for her right now. But I'm saying down the line, when he really, truly starts having deep feelings for her and he just wants to make her happy, he might present it, but I don't think she would allow him to go through with it, because something like, I don't know that guy and I love you. You know what I mean?
It's true.
I cannot wait to see what happens.
I can't. It's such a little fun show. I'm having a great time watching it. I didn't think it would be as light and funny because of the fantasy aspect. I didn't think it was going to be funny.
Yeah,
there are some really good comedic parts. Like,
yeah, I feel like it gives you everything, and that's
really
why
does.
I really love it.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. Like I said, this is the first show in a long time that I literally can't wait for the next episode. Like, oh my god, the weekend come fast, please. Like,
yeah, especially like a 16 episoder. Yeah. And I'm like,
And that's what I'm excited about, is the fact that it's 16 episodes. Like, what more is going to happen? Like,
listen, I know this is we have 8 more episodes to go.
Yes.
And at some point, I know this is highly unlikely, but at some point, I just wish the king would unravel his hair and we could just see. Because seeing Kim Ji-hoon not with his long, sexy hair, I'm like, just give us that. We already have a little bit of facial hair going, you know.
But he's a king, girl. They never do that.
I just want to see it for my own personal selfish reasons, okay?
We might get it, we might not.
I just love that man in his long hair.
But I can't wait. I am sat. Cannot wait for the next 8
all
episodes.
All the way. That's it for our show this afternoon. If you guys are enjoying Haunted Palace, let us know your thoughts in the comments. As usual, if you enjoyed our episode, give us a rating and a review. Hope everybody has a great week. Bye.
Bye.